I'm Tyler Wanzak with Max Masters. Today's a special day because I just got done with our 6th closing since 2012. Me and Teresa has been working together, 6 different times on and off. And it is very great to see somebody come from where a $35,000 investment got to the point where, you bought your last home in cash, in the mid 200s. So, being able to utilize real estate, and this is really just to input, you got to start somewhere, really, people who own real estate are, 40 to 49% higher income, or higher net worth than, renters. And, what does it mean just to be able to kind of, now you own your home, you still pay HOAs, you still pay taxes, but in regards to, what a payment would be to rent in your building right now, you're substantially lower, correct?
Yes, that's precisely why I bought my home, because I bought my own place, because if I'm renting, sometimes people, the owners will just say, okay, without any notice, they will just say, now we are increasing your rent.
Right.
We are increasing so much. And sometimes you are not even prepared.
Yeah.
They will just let you know.
Well, you haven't seen the rental game since 2012, but yeah, as far as you being able to paint your own walls, doing your own upgrades, you've really, and throughout the years, we have gone where you have doubled in price. Or actually, the one on Iliff was your biggest. You bought that for $98,000, selling it today for $235,000.
Yes.
And that is just in 8 years right there.
Yes.
So, I just always want to say and emphasize to these anybody younger than ourselves that are getting into the just always wants to wait for the right time. Today's the right time.
Now is the right time. Now is always the right time.
Right.
Because, as long as you have a little bit of cash and your credit is good.
Yeah.
If your landlord will say your rent is going to go up $300 next month,
right,
or in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
If I had a little bit of cash,
right,
and my credit is good, so I went to the bank and the bank approved me. So I have to say goodbye to my landlord, and that's why I have to emphasize to the lender, my monthly payment, if you lend me, will be the same as or a little bit less than what I'm paying, right, with my rent.
Well, now so substantially less.
Yeah, and now substantially less.
And
I could get my retirement, and I am on that age, but I don't have to worry about losing my home or being ejected, because I have been an owner of my home for years and years, and I build equity.
You've taken control of what is everyone wants to see is rent control. This is rent control. Being your own owner, utilizing that equity for schooling at times.
Yes.
Giving yourself the opportunity to significantly upgrade your income.
Exactly.
There's so much more means of being able to have the equity, being able to work with it, and that's why I want to put here. And I wanted to thank you because 6 times, and you just putting the trust and and effort in me. We've been a really good team, and
Tyler has been very good to me, and that's why the people that know me, and they say you really trust your realtor.
We're kind of like family now at this point, aren't we?
Yeah. So they say, you really trust Tyler? And I said yes, because, he goes and listens to what I need. Like when I first sold my home,
right,
I have to quit my work for 2 years because I need to upgrade my academic status.
Right.
What will I pay? Where will I live if I don't own a home?
Right.
So I asked Tyler, can you sell my home and find me something that is half the price of my home in
we kind of did that a couple times.
In Dahlia. And so he found me a place that is half the price.
Right.
So I don't have a place, or I don't have money to buy food. I have money because I sold my place and bought a home that is half the price of my original place.
I got a fun question for you. Who is a better real estate agent to work with? The 2012 fresh out the box real estate agent, or now?
I think a person's personality doesn't really change.
Yeah.
You are much more wiser.
Yes.
And you know a lot of people in the real estate than you did before. But the type of integrity and somebody that I could trust, it didn't change. It's the same person.
Right.
The only difference right now is because, I can call this. I know this person who can do carpet. I know this person who can do this. I can know this person who contractor.
We did a lot of that, from taking care of the move to taking care of, just basically, for the last home you bought at Girard, we bought it at 180. We probably put in 22,000. I think you got a bid from somebody else for close to 60 to 70,000. Yeah. So we saved you $50,000 there. And I know for a fact, for what homes you're selling for in your new building, you have easily $60,000 worth of equity. So just keep building equity, and real estate's been very good to you, and I'm glad that we're a team, and it's been fun working with you.
And it's good to have you as part of my team, because you're now smarter, you know more people now, but you had always been that
always trying to get smarter.
You're always trying to get smarter, but your integrity never changed who you are. I could always trust you. Even though you were young before, when I first started at Dahlia, none of that
and
inside of you changed.
We can post some of our original photos. I actually was going back from stuff today, so we'll kind of flash that as it's going. But another thing, let's take a quick break, because I want to bring in our closer, because today, kind of behind the scenes, Land Title actually rushed to the hospital. So the buyers of her place that we just recently had listed and closed today did all their signing from Littleton Hospital. So they're having a baby today, buying their home for her first day. So I'm going to get my closer in to just kind of put a little emphasis on that. So I'll go grab her, and we'll take a quick little break. Okay. All right. So I wanted to just kind of share the story, because this is certainly a first for me. Today just got done with the closing, and I knew that the buyers, the wife was pregnant. They originally had 2 weeks to deliver a baby, but today, on the day of closing, it happened. And so when I was talking to the buyer's agent, I was just like, okay, well, let's just get this extended. Like we'll figure this out. And she's like, no, Ashley, your closing agent has already been to the hospital and got signatures. So you were kind of telling me you were there for roughly an hour and a half. I'm guessing this is your first time going into a hospital and get everything signed.
It definitely is the first time doing a buyer side in the hospital, or even a present in the hospital, for sure. They were great. They're first-time home buyers, their first child, and so it was a frantic call this morning, and trying to get there and figure it out.
Well,
and
talk about going above and beyond. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I was like, this is going to be extended. Like, this is fine. And nope, we're getting it done. The wire was in, and so it's like, hey, let's get it closed. And
and Mr. Buyer actually ran to the bank before I got there to get his cashier's check so that they could close.
Do we know if it's a boy or girl at this point yet?
I didn't even have a chance to ask. When I got there, it was the mother-to-be, the dad-to-be, his mom, his grandmother, his brother,
you had the full
and
team.
The nurse all in there. So it was literally
a lot of beeping,
running
IVs
back and forth.
Did you have to check in? I mean, did they have to give you access to go at this point?
Nope. So I actually walked in with the father-to-be.
Okay.
And we just went in and they were checking her. And so I stood out in the hall for about 10, 15 minutes, just kind of waited. And
well, we'll definitely have to send some flowers or something when we know the sex. So.
And we got in there and was a mad dash in between medicine for the mom to be, interruptions with the nurse, and her trying not to go into labor, trying just to get everything signed and taken care of because they wanted to do it. Yeah.
Like I said, I wanted to just do this original to talk with Teresa and say, hey, we've done, and then this came up and I was like, well, I got to have your spin on this. You were there, so. Thanks for it. It's great that you're obviously in our office, but Mantown always seems to do wonderful work. So I really appreciate you guys.
Well, thank you, and we love working with you guys as well, and love helping new home buyers achieve their dreams and make everybody happy.
It is cool. Yeah. So once again, I appreciate you, and it's just kind of fun to tell the story. So
perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye.